Hello, my dudes, and here we are in ETS2. Haven't been here for a while. Taking a break. I've found a place to move to, so I still got to do. Why don't we change this light here? There we go. I guess I like this better. I've still got to do some packing and stuff, but I got a month to do that, so we're good. So let's relax and enjoy the fact that we're not having to look for an apartment anymore. Good. So here we are in the job market. We are, well, no, let's just drive. I'll show you where we are. Oh, I'll possibly need a wheel in front of me, right? I keep forgetting this. Wait. There we go. There's the wheel. My beer. Over there. Okay. Oh, let me get my, make sure I've got the correct settings here for the wheel. We'll just, we've got, no, we don't want snow runner. See, we want this one. Main difference we get with snow runner is what, 360 degree instead of 700. So, here we are. Um, I can't hear it inside. Okay, it's just very quiet inside. Okay. So let's sit on the roof and see what the engine noise is like. No, not that bad. So let's crank it up a bit. We'll do that by this option. There we go. Oh yeah, it's up there. Yeah, yeah, we'll see it. Okay. Let's get this trailer. There we go. Okay.
İyi yolculuklar.
Oh yeah, I gotta think. Let's see what do we have for. We probably have Turkish for the. Yes, we do. So let's go Norwegian, Scandinavian. What have we got? Dutch, English, French, Italian, Polish, Portuguese, Turkish. English. Let's get Sky.
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
Yeah. Turn Sky down a bit, but Sky is cute, so I'll have her. Okay. Okay, so let's look at our map and see where we're going. So the map thinks we're going there. and it thinks it's 1,500 kilometers in 24 hours. But I really like this way better, which is not much further, but more fun, I think. We'll see. We're going across here through all those tunnels and shit, which are always fun, and then up here through Lillehammer. Trondheim, and then across, and then up to there. So, mainly because it's a route I haven't done because we're new here, right? Somebody was talking to a driver, like a real driver in Germany, asking him about he had the or if he liked the digital mirrors, and I realized they were talking about in real life, not the game. Whoa! Almost caught that. Okay. 80. We're 80 here. Oh, we probably should get gas at some point. What do we got gas for? Oh, 500 kilometers, so we'll be good. We'll be past some. Yeah. Let's look at the map here. Yeah, there's gonna be some here. Okay, we're good.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Hey, we're going straight through.
Exit now.
That was a strange. It looked like that car went 270 degrees. Suspiciously. It looks suspiciously like that. Okay, so this is a 25-hour trip, which is times 3 minutes, is 75 minutes game time, so well, it could be an hour and a half. Which is good. There we go. It's getting a little brighter, and we're into mountains. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Oop. Oh, that's kind of nice, whatever the hell that is. Is that my high beams? Which is my high beams? That one is. Oh! The hell did that guy come from? So there's a possibility that my drive up Lillehammer is all tunnels. I don't think so. Find out. Hey, Blast Pop, how you doing? I thought I'd drive tonight because I had good news today that I applied to put my application in for. My landlord a couple of weeks ago told me that I had to move by the end of October, and there's not a lot available, but I put my application in. I knew I'd find a place. I found a place that I'm not over the moon for, but I'm found a place that I'm happy with. I'm quite satisfied. So I put the application in today, and I'm pretty sure it'll be accepted. So that's good. The load off my mind. I still have to move, but I'm getting rid of stuff, selling it on Kijiji or giving it away. My kids are taking some stuff. My son took my bike, which I don't ride anymore. My daughter might take my dining room set, which is nice. Really nice. I've got a big cabinet, big filing cabinet that I'm emptying of papers. I'm going to sell that too. Ooh, I think I could have gone here through AutoPass. Who needs to help me move? My landlord? No, they don't need to. They need the apartment. They want the apartment to move into themselves. So they, by law, I get a free month rent. So. Oh, family helping family? No, I wouldn't ask my kids to help me. Well, it's just my son. My daughter and her husband could help. They will be too busy. They always are. My son could help, but I don't know. I got a lot of boxes. Yeah, we're going this way. We're going this way. We're going this way. Sorry. I think we're going this way. Am I supposed to going? Which way am I supposed to be going? I've been to Bergen. Is that where I'm going? Where am I going? No, I don't want to go to Bergen. I want to go to, how did I get pointed to Bergen? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, so I don't have a lot of, I got a couch. The only big thing is a couch, really. Bed comes apart, tables come apart, you know, bunch of boxes. Boxes of books. Bookcases. Oh, and a couple of bookcases. But not a lot of shit. But still, I'm gonna hire a moving company. Moving company also, the most thing I have, I've got a hell of a lot of art. So going from a 2 to 1 bedroom, I'm not sure how I'm going to lay things out, but, well, I mean, the kitchen's easy. You mark all these things kitchen. But I've got like 12, I've got Corel, different versions of Corel dinnerware. I got a setting for 12. Why does one person need, you know, a dinner setting for 12 people? So I'm going to look at, ooh, this is an interesting tunnel. I'm going to look at the different styles, but I'm going to keep a setting for 4 or maybe 6. Definitely not 12. wine glasses, you know. 6 white wine glasses, 6 red wine glasses. I don't even drink wine anymore. When I do, I often drink it out of a tumbler. I have people over, so maybe I'll keep like 2. And they're cheap wine glasses. I'm running out of fuel. I could be running out of fuel. Oh, okay. I'll find a fuel station. I actually have got a couple of hundred, like 250 kilometers left. I think I'll make it. I think there's one just up along here. Yeah, we are good. So my kids, I'm gonna I'm gonna hire my grandson to come over and help me pack books on maybe on the weekend if he's here. Ooh, excuse me. This is a nice scenic route. That's why I took this, and I'm hoping that once I head north. Ooh, we gonna stop in time? Almost. Oh well. Do we have any, do we actually damage things? Let's see if we damaged anything. Oops. Oh well. We'll get that fixed at a garage sometime. Close. Yeah. Oh, you asshole. You backed into me. Yeah, now I got more damage. A jerk. What a jerk. No, the AI, when the AI gets in an accident, it does sort of a back and forth thing just to automatically clear itself. So like if you rear end somebody and you don't move, they won't move either. They got no room to back up and do their little thing, but no. So where am I at for, am I worse off? No, I think that's what I was at before. No, it's gone up a bit. Because the price went up. Oh well. Yeah, lots of tunnels. I'm hoping, well, there'll be a tunnel here too, but I'm hoping after the tunnels that the road to, we look here on the map, my friend. I'm hoping after we finish these tunnels that this road up here is going to be very scenic too. We'll see. Here's my gas station. Possibly on the wrong side of the road. Yes. There's this big don't turn left sign. It's like, Well, the alternative is to go past, loop around, get your gas, and then loop around again. Stupid, really stupid. Oop, good. I was just afraid one of those guys was going to try to come in here and get gas. Sometimes that happens too. Trucker's MP has still not been updated. It's still at 1.37, which is a bit annoying. I mean, it's up to them, I guess. They don't have to, but it'd be nice if Truckers MP, I don't know, something about... There's enough of a delay that now they've just put a link on their page saying, so here's a link to our blog post explaining why we're so late. But I don't know what's happened. My grandson is helping with the books, the older one, he's 12, so I'll pay him. Which reminds me, if they are here this weekend, then I have to get my son to drop them off for a few hours, and then just make sure I have lots of small boxes. Book size. I went to the liquor store. The liquor store does not give away books anymore. Or boxes anymore. They used to. It used to be easy to get empty boxes at the liquor store, and now they don't give them away because I guess enough people are, well, people are ordering. Their excuse, I think, is that people are ordering booze in big shipments. Like they're coming in stocking up, rather than coming in every few days and getting, you know, a few bottles, stick them in a paper bag and go home. They're coming in maybe once a week, getting a bunch of bottles and fill a box, so they need the boxes. So I never heard back from my son. I asked him to let me know how much he thinks his son should get. You know, what should I pay him an hour? He's 12. You know, how much disposable income does he want his son to have? You know, maybe he'll come over and spend 4 hours. So does he want him to be at, you know, $5 an hour, $10 an hour? What does he want? Oh, so the local warehouse club gives away boxes. What, like a Costco sort of thing? Yeah. Dunno, you just used to be able to get them at the liquor store and you can't now anymore, which is kind of annoying. No. But there are lots of free boxes on Kijiji, or there's also this Ottawa free, or there's a bunch of Facebook groups in Ottawa, and they have it in Toronto too. It's per neighborhood. So the Wellington West Buy Nothing group, and you just give shit away. So what, 20, I don't know, yeah, $20 an hour or $20 for 4 hours work? He cleaned out my car the other week, vacuumed and wiped it down, and, you know, cleaned off the rugs and stuff like that, and he spent probably a couple hours. And I think I gave him $20 for that. And that was supervised by his dad a fair bit, because he'd never done that. We don't even need any lights on, do we? So it is scenic, and I think this is just the SCS normal scenery. I'm not sure how much of this is tweaked by. Get ready to turn right. There's sky. We made it, but not by much. Let me turn sky up a bit. Oh, she is up a bit. Okay. There we go. Took us a bit to get back into gear there, but we're good now. See? Another gas station. Oh, a bit of a brake check there. That was annoying. A bit of retardant dialed in there. Oh, okay. Where's your son working then in the meantime? What sort of job did he get? Okay. That's good. That's money, and it's not necessarily exposed to a lot of people. I think a lot of people are going to have problems with college. Distance learning is difficult unless you are sorry, hiccups. A, you have to be self-disciplined for it to work, and B, it has to be a good program. So, you know, the best intentions don't help if they're putting together a shitty program. So, there've been some disturbing reports from universities about huge numbers of cases. And I think they have been associated with students getting together and going to parties and not telling anybody. So, oh yeah, live at home and save money. That's a good idea. I was talking to my sister, and she was supposed to be going to Mexico again this year. The people she books with have just, the agent has completely screwed things over. The agent is usually good, but this year she's just... They were flying Transat, and they had booked club class, which means you get more leg room. It's a few $100s more, but what the hell, it's much more comfortable. And they had a particular hotel booked too, and they find out that the flight has changed. Another Transat flight. It's a Transat flight that does not offer club class, so she's stuck in economy and doesn't even know what her seat assignment is. And the hotel that they were booked at, that hotel is no longer with Transat, so she needs another one, and the woman is not helpful. You know, well, here, how about one of these three? Oh, those are nice. They're luxury hotels. They're up by the marina. If I was coming in a yacht, I wouldn't mind. I'm not. I want to stay in a nice hotel, but where closer to just, you know, where you can wander around. So. Train? I can hear a train somewhere. Oh, probably up above me. Looks like there's a tunnel up there. So, but the thing is with this, it's not so much that there are changes in what's available, like where she can go and all this sort of stuff, possibly COVID related, but this woman is, for whatever reason, has become incompetent this year in terms of warning my sister as to what's happening. Now, maybe, I don't know, maybe, you know, the six other people in the office quit and she's on her own, but she's given no indication that, sorry I didn't get back to you, we're really swamped here, you're important, or, there's been no excuse, just the woman, oh well. So, I'll just say, years ago I went with my sister and a friend of hers to Costa Rica, and she's saying, well, you found a cheaper apartment than you looked at before. Why don't you take that money and come we'll go to Costa Rica together, so. Good. She's I'm not really related to her, she's a stepsister. I don't know, because my sister has booked with her before and has booked, we're going on Transat and I want to stay in this hotel, and yeah, so the woman has booked details before. She has to book sort of packages, like you have to book a hotel that goes with the airline you booked, apparently. You get a much better deal for that, so I don't know. I know my sister gets a little less tolerant the older she gets. She's my sister by another father and another mother. We don't have any relatives in common. But she's 80 maybe? Still lively, still spry, but I think a little more intolerant in her old age, and also COVID is stressing everybody out, eh? Sure. Just pull right out in front of me. Now, which is my horn? Do I not have a horn? I have that. Where the hell's my horn? What's that? That's my shift. There it is. Too many buttons, not enough time. Yeah, I mean, I know she's, but I think, no. She is a little less logical this year, a little more emotional this year. We didn't get together. We didn't get along for a few years. We get along again. I think it's just she's stressed. She's stressed with COVID, so. So anyway, she wants to go to Costa Rica next February. I really don't want to get the COVID. And I guess the risk of getting COVID is, well, you're on a plane. If you're on a plane, everybody has a mask. but you still don't know whether somebody was coming down with it and they didn't want to cancel their ticket, so they decided they're going to fly anyways, and they'll just try to be careful. So you don't really know if the person next to you actually, you know, they start to cough halfway, and they just, oh, allergies. Because I'd hate to get to Costa Rica and spend 2 weeks coughing and wheezing in bed. I don't think the problem is recirculated air, unless you know of that from the industry. Seems to me what I have read is the filtering systems in the airline, the HEPA filters and everything. Their filters are very efficient. But the thing is, initially they were booking flights where they were leaving the middle seat free all the time. Not anymore. So you're elbow to elbow with somebody with a mask on for 4 hours, or whatever that takes you to get to Costa Rica. I don't know. We went there years ago. We stayed at an all-inclusive resort. It was nice. The food was good. Booze was free. I sat by the pool and read. Her friend wanted to go off and do nature things. So one day I'd sit by the pool with my sister and read. And the next day I'd go on some nature adventure with her friend. Good fun. Brought my camera too, my D90 camera. I took a lot of good pictures, but now you don't need an SLR. You just bring your phone, for God's sake. I have a Pixel 3. I guess I have a Pixel 3. Is that what I have? I forget. Driving back from Moscow. Were you traveling back? Were you traveling back on a Air Canada plane or Aeroflot? I'm just... So, maybe their filtering wasn't as good. Maybe, and maybe now because of... Maybe they've bought better filters for all their planes? I don't know. But I'd have to research it if I was going to go. I'd do some research and just see what the current scuttlebutt is. But it was nice. There was a pool. There was exercise every day. You know, water exercise in the pool every day, and usually I would just sit there and drink my beer and watch the girl leading the exercise. She was some, 18-year-old Costa Rican beauty. My sister, actually my sister, the girl, we were chatting with the girl, my sister said that, yeah, my brother is wondering whether he can just take you back home to Ottawa in a suitcase. And I'm like, geez, Pat. Now you really make me look like a pervert. So could be fun. I think I'd like to stay in just a bed and breakfast. I don't know. You sit at a table too, you have an assigned table. So the three of us sat at the same table all the time. There was a guy that sat with us often. He was there on his own. An Italian guy, a stereotype really. An Italian guy who was down there from New York. He talked like he was from the Bronx. He was, had come down to, what's the capital? San Jose? He'd come down to the capital anyways to check out his businesses, which really sounded like he had a casino there from the way he described it. So I don't know, just the way he was talking, really, really nice guy. And he was glad to sit with us because we were very sociable. We had a great time, but we were thinking, you know, this guy's, his name back in the Bronx might be Tony the Shiv. So, yeah, Micah Carlone. Exactly, that's what we're thinking. You know, obviously, you know, not a Godfather type gangster. He wouldn't be staying in our hotel, but it's just, that was our story, and who knows, so. It's a nice country in Costa Rica. The education level is fairly high because they have no military, and they put all the military money into education, so. I'm not sure whether, I don't know, I'd go to we're at a Barcello Langusta, I think, which is sort of like lobster. By Tamarindo on the west coast. Tamarindo was a surfer town. And you could walk into town, but it was a bit of a walk, especially on a hot day. If I was going to go back, I'd get a bed and breakfast in Tamarindo. You know, that close enough that you can walk to, you know, here's your local pub. You know, here's the whatever store and stuff like this. See, the problem is that you're going to miss, you're not going to be able to just walk around and talk to people for another couple of years. The future president of Azerbaijan. Oh, that was cool. Well, that's encouraging. Did you share that with him in hopes of him taking it as a compliment? Speaking of corruption, I wonder what's happening in Lebanon. I mean, that explosion was such a wake-up call or whatever. I mean, exposed the level of corruption government that could happen. So, and they were saying, you know, aid groups were being cautioned to don't send money to the government. Send it to, you know, Medicines Without Borders or whatever. Ah, they get along best with the Iranian ones. Well, I mean, there's Iran used to be very progressive, very fancy, very, you know, women went to university and drove cars and all sorts of stuff like that. Even my, you know, some of my best friends sort of thing. Therapist. I've been going to a therapist lately, just for various stresses, nothing serious, but Pega is from Iran. Got her degree here, husband, kids, stuff like that. So people need to remember that they're not all, you know, the image that gets portrayed in the media is sometimes that, well, if you're from this country, you must have an explosive. You and your family must have explosive vests on all day. No. So where the hell are we going? We're not seeing a lot of this city, are we? I mean, it's okay, but where are we? Oops, we just killed the game by going to the map. That's interesting. Maybe it doesn't like Promods. I don't have any other mods. I had Rust map. I took Rust map out, so. Oh, actually, let me start up my. Let me get the task manager over there too, so we can see if we're filling up memory or something. There we go. Okay. Well, let's get this over here and we'll look at. Okay. Keep an eye on CPU load and shit like that. And we'll try to look at the map again. Oh, we're not even going in Oslo yet. We're in tunnels and stuff. Okay, we'll see what happens. Up to Lillehammer. Speaking of mobsters, there is an interesting I think it's Netflix, and I think it was called Lillehammer, about a middle grade, or possibly lower than middle grade, gangster who goes into witness protection in the States, and he's like a Bronx guy and a short, kind of not a good-looking guy at all, and very rough and ready. He squeals and somebody goes into witness protection, and he decides he wants to go to Lillehammer because he saw all the Olympic coverage, and so it's a beautiful, huge place. And he gets to Lillehammer, discovers, well, you know, 6 months after the Olympics, or 1 month after the Olympics finished, Lillehammer went back to being a tiny little nothing town. So it's very cute. The guy is funny. I would say start it anyways. He gets into this little town, and he's a gangster. So he starts being a gangster. nothing really, not a Machine Gun Kelly or stuff. He just starts doing gangster stuff. And the guy who plays him, like I said, is this short little guy with, not a pretty looking guy at all. Doesn't look like Tony the Shiv or something. Yeah, let me know. Let me know what you think about it. I think I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. Add it to my list of things to do after I move. I've been 7 years in this place, and I thought I was going to sort of be here forever, but then the landlord decided that he wanted to live in this apartment, so I got to go. So I'm hoping I last in this other place. The thing is, too, I mean, if I just drives me crazy being in a 1-bedroom, and I can always move up to a 2-bedroom. You know, if there's something I don't like in the building. But I think I'll be okay. I won't have a separate office for my computer setup, but that's okay. I'm going to set it up in the living room, because right now my living room has a dining room table and a couch and a bunch of bookcases. The living room where I'm moving to is slightly bigger, actually, and I won't have a dining room set in there, so... more walks would be good, and it is, it's about an 8-minute walk to get to... Well, to get to the bus terminal, or bus terminal, like there's a light rail transit, and so there's a big station 7 or 8 minutes away. And then if I walk another 7 or 8 minutes past that, then I get down to the main street here in Wellington that I'm right now half a block away from. So I'm gonna have to walk more to get places. The building is also, it's overlooking Parkland, and then I've got a view downtown of the way far downtown of the buildings, and then across the Ottawa River into the Gatineau Hills. So, and down below me is Parkland. That's government federal parkland, so it's going to stay parkland. So, room with a view. My balcony, I wanted a balcony or a porch. My balcony faces east, sort of. 70 degrees, so 70 degrees by the compass. East-ish. I'll get the morning sun. And by the time it starts getting too hot around noon, I'll be getting shade. So, I'm looking forward to sitting out there with my coffee and a book or some paper and pen and some writing materials. Okay, we're out of a tunnel and we're into something. And oh, should have picked up more beer at the grocery store. Oh well. My zero alcohol beer. Okay, now we are allegedly heading up to Lilyhammer. I stopped the second week in January. I've didn't drink a lot of beer, but I'd have, you know, often have probably the average was like 2 or 3 beer every evening, or drinks of wine and stuff like that. And I'd gone a day or two here and there without it, and I thought, well, let's just try for a week, so just to see if I could. And that was the last I had a drink, the second week of January. Here we are, September. A lot cheaper. And the main reason was I just wanted to see if I slept better. I sort of do, but then COVID came along. I did not start drinking because of COVID, but so that's my story. So, I mean, I could start drinking again. If I went to Costa Rica with my sister and we stayed somewhere where I was all the booze was included, I'd probably start drinking again. I guess the nice thing is it's cheaper to drink alcohol-free beer when you even go to the pub, or if you buy it in the liquor store. And you don't have to worry about having 2 beer, 3 beer, 4 beer, and then driving after. Okay, so I believe this is the route to Lillehammer. Yeah. And this is similar to where I come from in northern Ontario. The trees. Now it's a bit of a mixed bag forest, a mixed deciduous forest, but I'm assuming the farther north we go, the more it's going to be whatever that is, black spruce or whatever. One thing they can do, which helps, is you can whack in a lot of tunnels. Well, that's not a very big one. I was going to say, if you do really long tunnels, then you don't have to do any scenery. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's a clown. He's a nice guy. He's a really nice guy, but he's a clown. And you know, somehow he's, you know, people love him, I mean, including women. Like, you know, he's got very rough edges, but he's an honest person, mostly. So. Trying to think if I ever finished watching the series. I think I did. And another tunnel. Oh, that's pretty, whatever that is. 3 seasons. Well, yeah, then that was probably it. I probably watched the whole thing. I think the only thing that saves him is the people he hires for henchmen are even worse than him. That was me tipping and recovering. Yep, sorry.
Exit now.
I will exit now. Yes, I was tipping, so I had to crank into the turn into the tip. Thank you. Yes, I've watched some people playing the new Flight Simulator. Who was on? Oh, Ventatron, who follows me, is on here. He was playing it, and he was cursing and swearing. This is maybe a week or two ago. He was trying to play, you know, these Dreamliners or whatever. He tried a couple or 3 large airplanes and tried them repeatedly, and things would freeze up on him. So, like, none of the controls would work, or the yoke would work, you know, up and down, but none of the buttons would work. Oh, okay. Because he ended up flying some of the smaller planes, like these little, whatever, Piper Cubs or whatever, you know, these small planes that he has flown before. They seemed better. So, good. Glad they patched it, because I felt bad, because he was keen on it, but frustrated. I mean, the big planes are. I'm pretty impressed with the way people fly the big planes too. I know there's a checklist I think you can set up. But the people I've been watching, they seem to know the checklist, and they're just click, click, click, click, click, all these things. Woohoo! It's a raid of 14 monsters. All right. Woohoo! Very good. Thank you for the raid, my friend. Good day. Happy, what day is it here? Thursday. It's Thursday at 8:30 here in Ottawa, so wherever you guys are from, it's probably not Ottawa. There we go. And a follow. Xflump X. Thank you for the follow. So I haven't been playing online as regularly the last few days because I've been trying to find an apartment. But now that I've got an apartment, I can slack off a bit. UK Moody, thank you for the follow. Oh yes, bed soon because it's 8:30 here in Ottawa. It must be 6, possibly 6 hours where you are. So I do SnowRunner and ATS and ETS2 and Train Simulator. Basically, that's my things. Not on any particular schedule, and until I move in the middle of October, my schedule might be erratic. My other plan is podcasting. I'm a writer, so I've got some books and a whole whack of 1,000-word stories. My idea is to do a podcast of one story at a time. Intro, outro, and the story, maybe 5 minutes. And so I'll put links up here when I do that. Or podcasts, so. I got about 150 stories, so I can go for a while. So that's one of my plans for when I settle down and get settled into the new place. Excuse me. What have we got happening here? The stories I write are flash fiction, meaning 1,000 words, and short, and written quickly. Usually, you've got a few days. And the ones I do are 2 different prompts, a picture, a song, a random mashup of stuff, and they are fantasy fiction. They're mostly fantasy and science fiction. Some that are just straight drama, mystery. Oh yes, creative writing. Yeah, and it's a nice challenge. Sort of given and I used to get those challenges from different sites, and then I was studying them myself. But it's like, okay, so here's so here's 3 lists of things, like a person, a situation, and an object, and you do roll the dice and pick a random one from each list, and then do a story. So it gets you out of a rut if you've been writing and just doing the same thing, and it gives you a chance to experiment with different things. If you've never done a particular genre, I'll try one of those. So I got a bunch of them online too. Um, we oh, we've got one of those. I think we have one of those. Yeah, we got a tractor in front. That was our problem. We had a tractor and a wagon.
Go straight on.
Go straight on. I am going straight on. So I got them up on my blog. And whoa. But yeah, I'm gonna take the stories and I get a podcast. Just it's not that well. It's not that hard really. There's stories I know, so I can read them without a lot of fumbling. I've got Audacity, which is a program that a free program that lets you can just fiddle around, you know, clip, paste, and stuff like that. I just use this headset mic. It's good enough for now. Yeah, I used to write. I used to write for business too. I didn't start my fiction writing until I think 2010, so 10 years ago. And I wrote a few novels. I wrote a couple of novels and published them, and then wrote a whole bunch more and did not publish them and didn't even edit them. So my problem with the novels that I've done draft versions of is no motivation to edit and get it going. I don't have a publisher anymore, so. It's kind of nice here. Wherever the hell we are. Just thinking, oh, that's a sharp corner. Yes, it was.
Keep right.
Keep bright, she says. Okay, thanks for dropping in, my friend. Appreciate that. I appreciate everybody for watching, for following, for chatting, for lurking. Hopefully everybody is having a good enough day as can be expected, given that we've got the threat of a contagious disease hanging over our head, and work and school are disrupted, and we have a lot less social contact with other people. Other than that, life is good. I guess it's getting dark enough that I'm gonna possibly change. We're missing the detail of this beautiful map. That's the thing that bugs me. So let's see what happens if we go to let's just stop like this. Okay. We'll do this. What happens if we do this? Oh yeah, that's not bad. Not at 5:30 in the morning. OTA discovered. Ah. Yes, I am a fellow Canadian. From Ottawa. So at least we don't have, we've passed over the mountain ranges, I guess. I guess we're in Sweden now. At least we don't have a lot of nasty cliffs. I was going to say a lot of tunnels. We probably have tunnels coming up now. We have a lot of people flicking their lights at me. Ah, Western GTA. I lived in Toronto for a number of years in my younger ages ago, decades and decades ago. We lived in Downsview and we lived in the beaches. Oh. My sister lives in DuPont Davenport, sort of west, slightly, well, a block west of Yonge Street, north of Bloor. My girlfriend, well, my former girlfriend, lives just off of Roncesvalles, just near High Park. So, like to visit Toronto, would never live there. It's too big. Too big, too urban. Ottawa is, I think we have 1 million people, and that's in the greater, the greater, the GT, the greater Ottawa area. Yeah, North Work. Yeah, being. I like I said, the Roncesvalles area where my ex is nice. It's a little community. So if you're in Toronto, if you can get in Toronto and you can get in a sort of like an ethnic area where there is lots of little shops and things like that. Now you'll probably end up renting there because it's a trendy area, so everything's going to be $1 million. But so that's sort of living downtown. You know what I mean? I guess not really. Living downtown would be in one of those high rises that overlooks the Don Valley Parkway or something. Yeah. That would suck. This is an interesting switch back here. Oh, I'm not really sure where the front end is, but I know where the back end is not over the line. See, my brother lives, well, no, he lives off of the Danforth. But, and they've got a duplex, or semi. Yeah, they're in a semi-detached, one side of a semi-detached. But she, she worked for Air Canada for years and saved her money, and he was a corporate lawyer, so they could afford to live there. Okay, so I'm not sure how much the college res. Ah, the distillery. My mother used to live in the distillery district. Just I guess just west of the distillery, just the other side of Parliament, I guess it is. Going to his place after work at 3 a.m. What kind of work finishes at 3 a.m.? Oh, I guess if you're a server, yes. If you work in the hospitality industry, then your work finishes at 3 a.m. Exactly. If you look at the... Yeah, to get my mother's, I mean, I used to take the Queen car to get my mother's. Queen car... King car. I would take the King car, I guess, to get my mother's. Ah. Very nice. There is a baker in my sister's apartment building in DuPont Davenport. There is a guy who I think he was pastry chef at the Four Seasons in downtown Toronto. And thank you very much for the follow. And he is still a baker now. He's gone back. He's doing some part-time work, but for a while there he had nothing. So he and his wife, who also was a chef, they started baking from their apartment. So they were making croissant and little desserts and little treats and stuff like this. They would take orders from residents, and then, you know, Friday morning you're going to pick up your whatever, or, you know, Tuesday afternoon or whatever and stuff like this. So it was all ordered ahead of time. But my sister said it was really good and really cheap considering how good it was. So, you know, good for him being a baker. And the apartment building, nicely enough, you know, the apartment building didn't say, oh, zoning, you're not allowed to be a baker in your apartment. Oh. Now the oven's probably going 724, but the COVID hasn't really affected me much. I've got a stable, dependable income from various pensions and annuities. So there is a Shakespeare zoning issue in Ottawa right now. There is some people, some kids who are theater students, high school theater students, I guess. And they have spent the summer rehearsing and honing or whatever a Shakespearean play that they were going to put on in their backyard, and they already have done a few performances. What they have is the back deck. I guess the back deck in their property is stage-like, and then they put some extra stuff in, and they've also set up some bleachers and they built some bleachers and a little balcony in the back for people to come and watch it. And they were all set to put on performances this weekend. Was it this weekend? And somebody called the bylaw on them and complained. Bylaw came and, yep, you're right, you're not allowed to do that here. And the money that they were getting, the money was all being donated to a charity. They just wanted to have fun and put on Shakespeare, and it's not as if it was Shakespeare with heavy rock music and stuff like this, but a neighbor complained, bylaw had to come, and now the city said, well, you can use this, there's a nearby park you can use, we'll let you use this nearby park for free. And they're like, well, yeah, but there's no stage there, or changing area, or lighting, or you know, places for, you know, they built some very basic bleachers, so there's nothing there really. So I don't know. We'll see what bylaws does. Bylaws is fine about turning a blind eye when the restaurant has set up a patio on the sidewalk, not only along the building, which is allowed, but along the other side of the sidewalk, which is not really allowed. because it's hard to walk through without being like a foot from people. No, bylaw's fine with that. So we'll see what happens. That's our Shakespeare issue here in Ottawa. Oh, I just saw that. Sorry, Neon. Going back to college and for programming in a week or so. Yeah, feel free to pull out. Any particular kind of programming? I remember back in Orleans, now this is 10 years ago when I lived there. I remember my neighbor, his daughter had just graduated from college. And in Algonquin College here, and she had taken a number of programming courses, and one of the courses she majored in was COBOL, I believe. Okay, well, it's a good start. It's a good start. She picked COBOL because back then, 10 years ago, there were still enough mainframes out there with COBOL, and all the programmers had died off or retired. That, but people still wanted to modify their systems. You know, they bought a company, and everything was on this mainframe on COBOL. And okay, so how do we add some new products to the billing cycle? Fuck, I don't know. Well, let's hire this girl who just graduated from college. So, oh, good for you. I did programming for several years in Bell, Canada, actually. It was more of a machine language thing, and then I programmed and wrote diagnostic programs in assembly language. And also did some provisioning and billing system work with Tandem computers. Tandem computers, the programming language is TAL, which I think is Tandem language. Excuse me, tandems were fascinating because they're based, that's what they were, tandem. Everything was doubled up. So they use them as front-end computer systems for banking systems. For banking computers? Oh, tandem assembly language. Was it assembly? Maybe it was. So there'd be like dual processors, dual disk drives, dual controllers for the disk, you know, everything was dual, and everything was cross-referenced or whatever. And the different processes wouldn't commit until like something had to be processed and work properly at a certain stage, and then okay, then we commit. And if there was a problem, then not a problem. We're just going to switch to this other disk drive. Oh, interesting system. I don't know if they use that anymore. And then I became a quality manager in Bell for computer programs, and then for operational, just process control for the operations associated with new products. So, Tandem application language. Transaction application. Well, it was transaction oriented. That was their big thing. Things were transactions, meaning it was like a, you know, shake hands on all these things, make sure they work. Trondheim. Okay. Are we at Lillehammer yet? Just a sec. Let me look on this. Now, hopefully we don't die here. Okay. Okay. No, please don't die, because I want to look at the map and see where... Oh. So my plan was, I'll have to remember when I go past Lillehammer to look at the Olympic, see what they've done for the Olympic Hills. Uh, uh, that was a while ago. No, what happened is the game died. The game did not. The game does not pause. The game did not pause. I opened the menu and map, and the game died. The last time I opened the menu. The game crashed. Oh. I'm wishing they would fix multiplayer. I did a few convoys ages ago, but I'm not about to downgrade to 1.37. I've got burned too many times. I've been playing this for a long time, this game, and I've been burned too many times playing around with upgrading, downgrading. And even this, I just added Promods this evening, 2.5, and I took out Rust map. You can run Rust map and Promods, and I decided I just didn't want to. I didn't want to futz around. Yeah, it's a fairly good system. It should be good. I was just wasn't sure whether there were, if I needed special files for it, or if you just have to make sure you put them in the right order. Like, I know there's another def. You have to have a separate def file for Promods if you're using Rust map. And I guess you just put Rust map above this on the list. I don't know, I'd have to look. An additional mod file. Oh, okay. See? A mod file from... I know you need a new def file, but I didn't need a new mod file from somebody. I was just trying to think. I couldn't remember his name, and you're right. I've used Wombat Trucker. I just couldn't remember the name of the guy, but he, his combos are great. Not only does he have a combo that works, but he also has links to all the things you want. Like some of these people just say, "Oh yeah, so you need there's a there's a file that does what does the city names." No, he'll have a link to the file that does the city names. Wow. Good for him. Well, maybe I'll put RustMap back in, because this computer's pretty good. It's good for... Yeah, excuse me, what's my FPS? 60. Oh, no, I can't remember what I've got for... Oops. There we go. I can't remember what I've got for the display settings, but I think they're pretty good. Well, I don't know if I'm at high or ultra. Probably not ultra. Okay. Okay, you might want to direct some traffic rather than just sitting in your car having a coffee or whatever the hell you're doing, but I'm glad there was no traffic coming. Okay. Yes, enjoy your trekking. Enjoy your trekking. Oh yeah, that's right. I added that a while ago. I wondered what was that. Yeah, somebody had said, "Why don't you have a lurk command?" I said, "What the hell does a lurk command do?" Well, it does whatever you want it to do, and that's what my lurk command does. Oh, come on. Careful, Gramps. I can hear chirpy birds. Yeah? No, we didn't want that. There we go. Chirpy birds off there. Possibly some cars behind me. Ooh, yeah. I think we're going through a bird sanctuary or something. You know they're loud. That was weird. Nice, but weird. So what do we got? We've got half an hour or so. Okay. Be 9:30. Then what? Then I think maybe maybe I'll go back and watch Lilyhammer. Oh, there's those harvester again. Well, I'm glad we haven't come up behind one because they can be afraid. Oh, train tracks to my left. I wonder if that chirpy birds is a SCS thing or whether it's something. Oh, and now we're going into Sweden. Welcome to Sweden. And not very exciting scenery. This is why driving down through the middle of Europe is more fun. Or on the map for South America, EAA Mappa, Brazil, Ecuador, Argentina, Paraguay, Uruguay, Bolivia. I've been everywhere. nice lake there, or river. Nice sandy beach. Ooh, we're gonna need gas in a bit, I guess. We're not down to nothing, but we will soon go getting. Something will pop up. Oh. Are, or R. I'll have to use a go-to after to Lilyhammer and see if there's a ski hill that I missed. Ooh, that's a nice looking. Oh, that was gas station, wasn't it? Oh well. Next time. We're not out yet. Let's see if we can look at the map without killing the game here. Okay. And there. Yeah, okay, there'll be something here. Nice little town.
Keep right.
Keep right, said? Yep, right through the town. It's sort of a 4-lane, but well, maybe it was. No, it definitely is not. Trees and more trees. Oh well. I suppose the view from my new apartment is going to have a lot of trees. It's overlooking some parkland, but it's some shrubbery and random deciduous trees, mostly. Oh, dearie me. Oh, I see. That was warning me of this. the hell is that for? Oh, they've got 2 lane. I wonder if they got a hill there. Don't know. Maybe just a passing lane. When people get annoyed. Okay, I need to stretch my legs. So I'm going to just do a... where am I going to pull over? Probably need to pull over somewhere where it looks like I'm pulling over legally. Oh, like here. Just going to do rerouting again. Oh, I can actually get repaired here. How do I do that? Okay. Now where's the garage for repairs? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh well. Sorry, my bad. Okay. I think I'll go around here. Let's go wide here. I realized I didn't cut that corner very nicely. Okay. So, truck maintenance and repairs. There we go. Oh, it's better. Hey guys. Oh, I guess I can turn the lights off, eh? Okay. So we gotta go. We are turning left. Then what? I'm gonna go to the gas station, so we'll get there. By going like this. I think we can go this way. Get to the gas station, sort of. Somewhat of an awkward entrance to the gas station, but doable. Okay. Oop, more. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to fill up. And then I'm going to take a break. And stretch my legs. I'll be back in a sec. So don't go away. Don't touch that dial. So we'll be right back. Okay. We're back now. Okay, we're going back on the highway now.
Turn right.
Got our brake.
Turn right.
Oh, turn right and drag the wheels all over the mud.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
Let me just turn sky up a bit because I can't really hear that well over the engine. I'm not sure why. Hmm. Well, let's put her there. Put her there, Sky. So I posted where I was moving to,
Exit now.
and I've had several people in Ottawa say, "Oh, nice building. I visited people there. Well kept, clean building, very friendly." So, which is good. Might be an older crowd in there too, quieter. I don't know.
At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now.
Kind of a sloppy exit there through the roundabout. Let's boot it up and see what we can catch. Another truck, I guess. We'll see. We are wending our way through Sweden. Our destination is Umeå. It's up the coast. I'll show you where we're going, and we'll take a chance that the game doesn't crash when we ask it to show us the map. So we're heading here through Sundersvall and then up the coast to Umeå. Once we get to Umeå, we might be fun to get something from there. I haven't done a heavy haul. We can do we don't know what we can get from there because we haven't been there yet. Okay. See, I'm not sure whether that is actually a lane or just a bike lane. I've got an updated kitchen at my new place, which means that the drawers actually will close with a push of the hand as opposed to the knee. And I'm assuming the magnets will all work on them, so some of them won't swing open unless you just catch the magnet perfectly on the latch. I think the landlord is going to he's going to move in, and he's probably going to realize, shit, this is a shitty kitchen. Because actually he's downstairs and he did a renovation downstairs, so he's got a brand new kitchen, you know, brand new cabinets and everything, so everything really nice, you know, slidey, really good stuff. So he wants to move in here on November 1st. I'm wondering if he won't spend some time and do some renovations. He may decide to not move in here. He may stay in the basement with his girlfriend, renovate this place, and rent it for $2,000 a month. In which case I report him to the rent control board, and they will fine him. Well, he might be dumb enough to think he can get away with that. We'll see. He might not. He might actually want to move in here. So he might do that. He's going to rent the basement apartment for $1,300. Right now, he's renting this place to me for $1,480, and because the rent was very low when I got it, and it had stayed low until he took over. So he's been going up the amount you can every year, but. So he might rent the basement apartment for $1,300 plus $100 for a parking spot, so $1,400. That'd be disgusting because it's like 2/3 the size of this one. Are we there yet? No, we're about 15 minutes away, so we're going to, whoops, wander down the road. No, the weather looks nice, and the scenery looks nice. We're heading, like I said, sort of south. East. My apartment, they said my apartment, well, one of the landlords said it was on the north side, and then I got her to actually show me the plan, and it's not on the north side. The problem is the building is kitty corner. So my apartment faces east. It faces east at an angle, a compass bearing of 70 degrees. Which means north. The part of the building that faces north faces at a compass bearing of 340. Nice little woodsy roundabout.
Exit now.
I will exit now. Thank you, Sky. Speaking of Sky, I was watching Sky News. They were interviewing, no, what the hell's his name? I want to say Peter Dodge, but that's completely wrong. They were interviewing somebody who is a former Prime Minister of Australia, and he was going to be a trade minister in Britain. And he is widely acclaimed as a misogynist and a homophobe. So, the person was asked, the interviewer was asking this government spokesperson, so in the light of the many statements that he has made that show he is misogynistic and a homophobe, like hates women and gays, is your government going to consider hiring him as a trade envoy or whatever? So this person started talking about what a great, how qualified he would be, what a great trade envoy he'd be. And the woman interviewing, she was just sort of, okay, whoa, wait a minute now. your response to how can you hire him if he's such a misogynist and a homophobe is he's really good at trade. Well, like you see the guy panic in the guy's eyes thinking, oh, if you're gonna phrase it like that, oh. He just kept going.
Go straight on.
Obviously he needs to take some lessons from Kaylee or whatever the hell her name is, the McKenna, the spin doctor for Trump right now. That blonde who stands up there and spins anything. So I copied this guy's interview up onto. I passed it on up onto the Facebook, of course. Okay, so what's this then? Oh, now we're going to go up the coast, I guess.
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
Third exit. This one.
Exit now.
Exit now. Ah, I get you where we're going. We're going up here. I was watching a real trucker earlier on Twitch. I forget what his name was. No, he was, I think it was Daryl, too. Darren? Anyways, he was driving through Germany to Switzerland, driving a tanker. And he was thinking of driving about 80 or 90k, and the section he was on was 3 lanes, and he said, and there's no limit here. The right-hand lane is for trucks. The middle lane is for people who are going faster than trucks. The left-hand lane is for people, it's a passing lane, or, he said, so if you've got a Lamborghini and you can drive 200 kilometers an hour, you can just stay in the left lane with the other Lamborghinis and whatever. If you can only do 190, well, you better pull over and let the Lamborghini pass you. Now, he also said that it depends on driving conditions. So if it's safe to go whatever speed you want to go. At 200 kilometers an hour, I've driven 120 miles an hour. So I'm not sure what 120 miles an hour is in kilometers an hour. Whatever, I've driven that with my buddy. No seatbelts, of course, back in the early 60s. No seatbelts on 2-lane highways in northern Ontario in the summer, in the evening. Well, maybe 11 o'clock at night.
Go straight on.
The moon was out. Not huge, but you know, the moon was out, so we would turn off the headlights just because it was funny. Ooh, that looks nice, whatever the hell that is. I guess it's a bridge. Damn fine bridge. Troubled waters? I don't know, it's that thing. It's that bridge. Ooh, nice. Nice view too. Oh, Be running into the side of the bridge and then down the other side. One when that's strange. They usually put them in clusters or herds. Herds of wind turbines. Oh, just slow down a bit. Some curves coming up. So we got about 10 minutes left to go. Oh, I appreciate you guys hanging in there. I'm, like I said, I haven't driven ETS in a long time, and I really wanted to pick something I could do at one sitting, because usually what happens is I get all excited about a trip that's going, you know, here to there. But it's too long to do in one sitting, so I drive it and then I play other games and I forget to finish it, or I come back to finish it and they've updated something on the map and the game resets me, cancels my contract, no problem. So oh, I should be doing this with Trucks Book, shouldn't I? I wonder if I can do that. I think I can. Just don't go away. We're gonna pause the game and restart it. And when do I have to be there? Tuesday midnight. What day is it? It's Tuesday. Well, I guess we go. Oh, probably should add flashers on, eh? Four-way flashers. Or not. Oh, good. There was, I was wondering, I thought that car was going to pass, but when the AI, one of the nice things they do is if the road narrows, they often hold back on their own without you even signaling. Sometimes that's a clue that the road's going to narrow. You haven't noticed a sign. This is weird when they put all this time and effort into putting in double guardrails in the middle of the countryside. A flat area. Through the town of Oranskjoldvik. That was interesting.
Exit now.
Now? Now you mean? Yeah. Oops. That was awkwardly done. I was too busy watching that other truck, worrying about if anybody else is going to hit me, and I have trouble hitting the road.
Go straight on.
I'll go straight on. Why don't I go straight on? Okay. Oh, that's a nice white fence there. Not sure what that's for, but maybe an animal control. I've seen that here in Ottawa where they're putting in new freeways and stuff, and they've got low fence on either side of the road. It's like 3 feet with a tipped in top, like tipping into the forest. And I'm wondering if that's to keep animals from running onto the road, because that then could be bad for drivers. Okay, we'll go over now. The game seems to want me to get over. The little green arrows are going over, Gramps, over, over, over, over. Okay, I'm over. So we're getting close to our destination. We got less than an hour to go, so it will be. Now we are north in. It's 20:02, which is 8 p.m. And I think with the Promods mod, or maybe it's SCS, as you go farther north in the summer, the days stay longer. Stay bright longer. The days stay longer. Oh yeah, the days are longer. The nights are shorter. I'll drop this off, then I'll see what sort of new things we might have from this town. Ideally, I guess the next one, I want to get something really freaking heavy. There's 50-ton loads in this game.
After roundabout, take the third exit.
Third exit. Actually, this is a bad lane for the third exit, but that's okay, because I'm going to just carry on like this.
Exit now.
Exactly. You're supposed to take the inside lane and then signal. Cross over the lanes, but I never bother with that, really. Okay, we're not going to get through this light.
Go straight.
Okay. Close enough. And just to be that jerk. People hanging around the town there. Centrum, which I think is the central part of the town. Oh, only 50 here? No, 70 here. Okay. Well, the drop-off is soon. It says it's 6 kilometers away, so I think it's just down here. Whatever the hell the drop-off is. Whoop, that was a little aggressive. The first exit. Okay, and now what? Another roundabout coming up. We got roundabouts coming up to here. Okay, and then what? Get ready to turn left.
Turn left.
No, not yet. Now.
You have arrived at your destination.
I have. Where are you? There we go. And we will do this thing where we just drop it there. We're not about to park anywhere. How about like that? Yes, that looks nice. Okay, decoupling, lowering the legs, and all that cool stuff. There we are. Excellent, excellent, excellent, excellent. And we made, well, 60,000. Got a bunch of points. Okay. So just let's peek while we're here and see what we can get from, where am I? Umia. Oh, there's a 29-ton thing. 26. Okay. So if I wanted to go route length, I could do, well, if I want to go up there. There doesn't seem to be anything that heads up that way, but there may be after. I'm gonna quit this for now. And maybe I'll watch some Littlehammer. I don't know. Anyways, so that's it for me, my friends. Thank you very much for viewing, for cheering, for lurking, for chatting. Hope to see you again in the next few days. I can't promise anything because I've got packing and stuff to do for a move, but once in a while, just as I need a break. So stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, stay away from each other. Ta-ta for now, my friends.